Hey, what's up everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, bringing you guys a brand new action figure review today from NECA Toys. We are looking at the Predator 2 Ultimate Armored Lost Predator. It's been a long time since I've reviewed anything NECA on the channel, and even longer since I've reviewed a Predator. Super excited to take a look at this guy. I love Predator 2, and this figure looks particularly awesome. As you can see, there's a great piece of artwork on the front there. We'll get this cracked open. And here is the window presentation of the figure. Of course, you have the figure and all of its accessories right here, and a very awesome promo pic right there. On the side, you have a nice metallic Predator 2 30th anniversary logo. On the back, some great pictures of the figure, and then a really awesome bio, which I highly encourage you guys to pause and read. On the side here, we have pictures of the other members of the Lost Tribe, which will be coming out very soon, and you can see what he includes. You get a light-up LED masthead, sword, throwing disc, and 2 interchangeable hands. It doesn't even advertise the fact that there's actually 2 interchangeable unmasked heads, which is really nice that they included that. On the other side here, you have 01 Ultimate, so these are numbered. That's pretty awesome. On the top, more of that awesome red foil Predator 2 logo. On the bottom, some instructions on how to replace the battery in the mask, and of course, the people responsible for the figure. So let's go ahead. We're gonna get this guy open. We'll take a look at the accessories and then the figure itself. Okay, first up, we get some really nice gripping hands. We have more of a loose gripping hand and then a tighter gripping hand, presumably for the sword, but you can see there's some really nice green and black paint on the hands here. It looks really awesome. Little bits of brown as well, black for the fingernails. These hands look awesome. Love that glossy finish they have, so it looks kind of wet. And then you also get an open, sort of relaxed hand here with those same great details. Then you have the throwing disc here, which has some nice navy blue paint on it and some really wonderful silver paint for the bladed parts of the weapon here. That looks awesome. Then we have the sword here, which has some silver and some blue paint and some nice orange down the blade itself. That looks really awesome. Really great sculpted details here on the handle. Just fantastic work, as usual, from NECA. Their Predators are always pretty awesome. Then we have 3 interchangeable heads. You get the closed mandible head of the Lost Predator, which has some great paint application details on the top of the head there. All that patterned work right there. The sculpted details and paint apps of this head are just absolutely fantastic. It looks wonderful. The braids are also well done on the back, of course. Of course, NECA always does great work with the Predators. Then you get a fantastic mandible open screaming head, which has really amazing mouth details in there. Absolutely wonderful paintwork. It looks so disgusting and gross. The red highlights on the head too are just absolutely wonderful. Just that nice little subtle pop there. And that is a great looking head. Again, the braids are of course well done. And last but certainly not least, the biomask, which looks absolutely incredible. The blue paint detailing is absolutely fantastic. The subtle black throughout the mask is absolutely wonderful. And of course, right on top of the head here, we have the light up eyes, which looks absolutely amazing. That is just wonderful work there by NECA. Truly, truly amazing stuff here. So now that we've had a wonderful look at all of these fantastic accessories, let's go ahead and take a full look at the Armored Lost Predator. And here he is out of the packaging, looking absolutely amazing. My base struggling to move this guy along, but you can see he's got some really awesome and amazing details on him. He's got a really nice contrast with the blue and green of his armor versus his skin tone, which looks absolutely fantastic. And of course his outfit is loaded with paint apps and details here. So since my base is struggling, let's just go ahead and not beat around the bush. We'll take him off the stand and get that closer look. So I already showed off the biomask, but of course here's another quick look at it. Looks absolutely fantastic. But moving down right away to his chest armor here, it's also very, very well done. There's like a wonderful blue brushing over the gray armor that just gives it that little extra bit of detail. It just pops right out at you. The bits of red paint there are also very bright and vibrant and just absolutely pop. And of course it can, like I was saying, it has a nice contrasting tone with the skin here, which this Predator is mostly green. But of course there's wonderful sculpted details. The netting looks great. The back of the figure here also has tons and tons of details. He is more green on the back side of himself. Of course, he has his little net weapon in storage, which is dope. The plasma cannon here has tons of details and it is articulated, so it actually pops out. It's got a ball joint right there, and then it also has a ball joint at the top here, so that's really awesome. But again, it has that same level of detail where there's just subtle blue paint everywhere, nice bits of silver, the tubing, everything looks so wonderful on the figure itself. NECA just does absolutely amazing work for the price, and this Predator is just blowing me away. And of course you have weapon storage back here for the sword. It only wants to go in one way, which is that way. If you try and put it in the other way, it just doesn't really want to go. So just be careful when you're doing that. It only goes in that way, at least for mine. And continuing on, just more wonderful detailing here. There's a closed version of the throwing star that just looks amazing. Really nice bits of armor detailing all throughout the figure. And of course the skin and the netting underneath just looks wonderful. You can take a look here at his green feet as well with the nice black nails. I think that looks wonderful. And of course the leg armor continues that same level of quality with the rest of the armor with that awesome blue paint. So I think it's safe to say that detail wise, this figure is just absolutely perfect. There's so much paint on this guy. There's so much great sculpt work, all sorts of little details that just look absolutely fantastic. And honestly, he looks even better in person than he does on camera. But even on camera, this guy looks freaking dope. Absolutely love the way this figure turned out. So now let's go ahead and take a look at his articulation. So his head can move up about that much. He can look down very far as well. Of course, you can rotate his head side to side. You could spin it all around Exorcist style if you like. Whatever you need. Of course, you get tons of attitude as well. His shoulders can go out that far, which is absolutely wonderful. You also get a bicep swivel. You get wonderful double jointed elbows that give you tons of range. You also get gauntlet swivel, swivel at the hand, and of course it is the horizontal hinge. Both hands feature the horizontal hinge. For the ab crunch, he can go forward pretty far. Some nice work there, and he can't really go back that far at all. So you have the upper joint right here, which of course can swivel side to side and crunch forward. And then you also have the lower crunch here of the figure, which just gives you that little bit extra there. And the armor is nice and soft, so it doesn't really get in the way. And of course it twists at the waist as well. The sheath is awesome. Love the way that they designed this to where it's actually attached right here instead of like along the back. So again, not something that affects the crunch of the figure, which is really nice engineering on NECA's part. His legs can kick out that far. The double jointed knee works wonders. Of course, you do get a little bit of thigh swivel. It's frozen on mine on both legs, but I know it's there because I have other Predator figures. And then his feet can go down just a little bit, and they can go up a decent amount. And of course, you do actually get ankle pivot out of the Predator. Not bad at all. So these guys can honestly move, and just like most NECA figures, you kind of, got to hit them with a hair dryer to fully get them unfrozen, and then they move even better. But this guy is fresh out of the package, and this is about what you can expect from the articulation in that regard. So now let's go ahead and get a sense of his scale, and we'll compare him to some other figures. Here he is with the NECA Alpha Predator. and the City Hunter. Then with a McFarlane AVP Predator. Then we have the 35th anniversary Ripley and Big Chap. Of course, we got Leo and Raphael. Then the Super Shredder and a Foot Soldier. Then we got Sam and Michael. And finally, the NECA Superman and Armored Batman. So overall, I think it's safe to say that the Armored Lost Predator is absolutely fantastic. He's got great paint app details, wonderful articulation, tons of accessories, all for around $30 to $35. You can never argue the bang for your buck when it comes to NECA figures. They absolutely kill it. And I know they definitely have their QC issues, but this guy really doesn't have any flaws like that, at least my copy. So I am just super impressed with this figure. Really happy to have so many great Predator figures coming out this year. Alpha is amazing, and I think this figure is right up there with him. I'm super excited to get my hands on the other Predator 2 figures. I can't wait. So, what did you guys think of the Ultimate Lost Predator? Are you going to pick this one up, or are you going to pass? Why and why not? If you enjoyed my review, don't forget to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Nate from Out of the Basement, and I'll see you guys next time.